I mean, I played in the Junior Ryder Cup in '04, so that's the only thing that was really similar in any way, you know, in terms of the golf course that you played. And this is incredible getting to come here and play. You know, it's so, you know, junior golf these days as well, it's so competitive. You know, the kids are getting better, so much younger, and you know, just some of the scores they're shooting out here today, it's cool to see.
Guy shot 65 today.
Yeah, exactly.
So, well, it's been a couple weeks since Augusta. What's sort of your takeaway from the experience this year? Obviously your best finish, but Jordan kind of ran away and hid from everybody. So
yeah, I mean, it was tough. You know, whenever, you know, I look back to Thursday, and you know, I play in the morning and shoot 71, and you know, think it's a solid start. Anything under par, it's good. And then, you know, Jordan goes out and shoots 64 that first day, and you know, I know, you know, from the majors that I've been able to win, if you get off to a good start and just take the tournament by the scruff of the neck, it's sort of, you're up there from the start. And I mean, being 7 shots back and trying to overcome that even over 54 holes is, you know, it's a tough position to be in, especially after feeling like you've done okay on the first day. So, you know, second day in the afternoon, just tried to push too much, and you know, from there, you know, things could have been different if I had a shot at 34 or 33 that front side on Friday, but you know, who knows. But I mean, I take a lot of positives from it. I mean, I played great golf for the last, you know, I guess 45 really. Holes, yeah. You know, I had a great weekend. It's the first Masters tournament that I've shot every round under par. My best finish, you know, hit the ball great. You know, played, you know, it was one of the easiest 66s I've ever shot on Sunday. You know, there's so many positives to take from it. So I mean, I keep improving there each and every year. So you know, I'm you know, getting a lot more comfortable on the golf course, and you know, maybe another year it could have been my time when 12 under could have won the tournament. You know, I know it was a little softer and a little slower this year, but you know, Jordan played great, and you know, he played too good for the rest of us.
Yeah, some of us were talking. You tried very hard to keep the hype down and maybe low key, and almost in the pre-tournament press conference, you seemed very subdued, more so than usual. Was that an intentional plan to try to get things, and do you think maybe you sort of underplayed it?
No, I mean, I think you have to underplay it when something's that big and that important to you. You know, there's no point in, you know, making it a bigger deal than it already is, because it's already big. So I mean, I was trying to go in there and be like, look, it'll be great if I do it. If not, I'll have plenty more chances. I'll come back next year and try it all over again. Would have been nice to do it, just to, you know, not have to go into Augusta with the same thing. Sort of know how Phil feels every time he goes to the US Open now, but I haven't finished second 6 times. But you know, I didn't undervalue it in any way. I just tried to approach it the way I thought I could best handle it, and that was the way I thought I could. And I mean, you know, fourth place at Augusta isn't anything to, you know, be disappointed about. You know, I take the positives from it, and I played as well as I could. You know, I had a bad 9 holes, but apart from that, you know, I'm excited where my game is, and I'm excited how that sets me up for the rest of the season.
There's a lot of talk now about you and Jordan possibly developing a rivalry. He's openly said he really wants to be that #1 guy in the world, and he's kind of coming after you. Do you welcome that? Do you like sort of that dynamic of having maybe a rival?
Yeah, I do. I think it's so hard in golf to really have a rivalry, because you don't go up against each other that much. I mean, you know, Tiger and Phil might have played a handful of times against each other down the stretch in tournaments over the last few years. You know, even Jack and Arnie, for example, they didn't go at it that much. You know, Jack and Tom Watson obviously had that great, you know, duel at Turnberry all those years back, but it's you know, we'll see how it develops. You know, Jordan's, you know, young. He's got his first major at a young age, which I think is really important to, you know, get that first one out of the way so you can go to try and achieve more. But we'll see how it develops. I mean, I'm going to try my hardest to stay in the position I'm in, and I'm sure he's practicing his butt off to try and, you know, take it off me.
You just want to be in that conversation.
Yeah, really exactly. You know, you're the top 2. You know, the #1 player in the world at the minute, but it's always nice to be a part of the conversation, whether, you know, it's Jordan or whoever it is. It's just nice to be up there.
You know the old course well, and you play there well. But you've got majors coming up on courses with no trees, very different type of thing.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to this major season now?
It's I mean, you know, I look at the middle stretch there, and I've got Royal County Down for the Irish Open, Chambers Bay for the US. I got, and then I've got 2 links tournaments straight after that, the Scottish Open and the Open. So I've got basically 4 tournaments in a row that I'm playing links golf. You know, which is very unusual for us. So I'm looking forward to that. That's something that, you know, I'm going to have to work on a little bit and practice a few different shots, like I did leading up to the Open last year. Not that I really needed them because the weather was quite benign or whatever, but you know, it could blow at Chambers. It's definitely going to blow at the Irish Open and at the Open. So I'm looking forward to that stretch. It'll be good.
Would you be able to exhale a little, because you know there will be a lot of attention on Jordan, on Tiger, on Phil, because it's a U.S. Open and he's going for that. That maybe it's not as much about you going into the stretch, even though you're world #1. Is there a little maybe relief?
A little bit. I mean, I guess I definitely don't pay as much attention to it all as I used to. So I don't notice it as much, whether I have a lot of it or I don't have a lot of it. I mean, I'm just going about my business and doing my own thing, but there's a lot of great storylines in golf at the minute, and I think that's can only be a good thing for the game.